Walking up 6th Avenue at Flatbush, there is a NYPD traffic person in the middle of Flatbush Avenue. There's a lot of traffic coming down 6th Avenue, presumably diverted from on the west side of 6th Avenue between Bergen and Dean, 58th and 6th. Might be a little bit less quiet if when the arena gets built, just down the block. Coming up on Dean Street, corner of Dean Street, another house for sale. And across the street, we have Freddy's Bar and Back Room, slated to be demolished. Default Walks, slated to be demolished. Okay, we're at the corner of Dean. Relatively quiet traffic on Dean. And at this point, relatively quiet traffic coming down 6th. We're going to make a left, go west on Dean. The sidewalk is closed. This is the people still living in these houses. Basically cleared space where contractors are using to store various utility equipment. Back there, the condo building where Daniel Goldstein developed on Destroy Brooklyn lives. Up here, we're in white, a building where some other residents still live. And coming up, finally, this is the part on the west side of 5th Avenue in Flatbush, where the Barclays Center signage fits in. The future home of the Barclays Center, and the image by Shop Architects, basically the facade on the Ellerbe Beckett Arena, Cushman and Wakefield, Metro PCA. It's all the different larger four-sided signs, different versions of that same signage in the center of this city MTA land at the western tip, 5th, between 5th, Flatbush, and Atlantic. And now we're coming up at the intersection of Atlantic and Flatbush. This is the top intersection, and it looks like there's a certain amount of gridlock here. Not atypical, until various cars on 5th are going north. Cars coming off Fort Greene Place can no longer go south along 5th. They have to turn, go east, and then make a left on 6th. So, it's kind of a traffic issue that is. NYPD is no longer sending northbound traffic from 5th onto Fort Greene Place because there's so much going on coming from Atlantic Avenue. We're walking east on Atlantic, again in this triangle of land between 5th, Flatbush, and Atlantic, and we're back to the signage. The same three signs: future home of the Barclays Center, a rendering by Shop, and then another sign with the names of all the sponsors. Interestingly enough, the Barclays Center will not actually be on this block. It'll start pretty much across the street, across the other side of 5th Avenue. Big shopping day at the Atlantic Center and Atlantic Terminal Mall the day before Christmas, and a lot of gridlock right there. Cars sticking out, cars that are going north only on 5th Avenue trying to cross. at the corner, the eastern corner of 5th Avenue and Atlantic Avenue. Traffic coming north, coming from Flatbush, and some of it wants to go east along Flatbush, some of it wants to go north out towards the place between the malls, and Rainy factory. Police are no longer sending the traffic north along 5th, they're just saying make a left and make a right. This block, of course, this 5th Avenue would be completely demapped if and when the Atlantic Arena goes forward, which seems more likely than not these days. So there would be no path north for traffic on 5th Avenue to the mall to get to go around it. The motorist is asking the cop where he can turn. The traffic for the malls is something that happens every year. The interesting question again is what happens to this traffic coming north on 5th? So it's going to now walk east along Atlantic Avenue, east of 6th Avenue to Carlton, basically along the rail yard. A lot of traffic coming west along Atlantic. You can see the Atlantic Center Mall immediately to the left, and in the distance with the scaffolding, the new Atlantic Terrace building constructed by the 5th Avenue Committee. Beyond that, the tallest building, the Atlantic Terminal 4B public housing complex. In front of it, a 7-8-story red brick senior citizen home. Behind, farther in the distance, that sort of gray and white building is 470 Vanderbilt, former tire plant, turned into office space, and going to be some new construction there. We're going to look across the rail yard, buildings along Pacific Street. Most of the rail tracks have been torn up already. This was the old storage and cleaning yard, and that is the temporary version. The smaller temporary version is moved to the east, and the permanent version is supposed to be built later. And here is a sign along the fence, the rail yard, about the community. Question. We're walking south along Pacific, along 6th. Cars coming east on Atlantic can no longer go south on 5th. They're going south on Pacific. Going south on 6th. You can no longer go south on 5th, and they're going south on 6th. Okay, we're now crossing Pacific Street on the west side of 6th Avenue. There is traffic coming down from Atlantic, not so bad. Coming up on 24 6th Avenue, which is the former Spalding building, the Atlantic Yards Community Liaison Office. This is also condos. Going south again on 6th Avenue. We'll be back to the corner of Dean Street. That is the corner where Freddie Farr is. And that's the corner where we started. And this is a walk around the arena block. East, these are parts of Dean Street that would be part of the project, Building 15. The south part of Dean Street over here would not be part of the project. Here's the north part of Dean Street.